So I think we have already discussed regarding domain and extension. So can you please tell me what exactly is domain, Ravi?
Uh, Domain is the user of like www dot my name and the .com.
No, complete thing is not domain. Complete thing is known as website. www.ravi.com is a website. And
Okay.
in that, www is a company which manages all the websites present in the complete world. Whereas the name of the website, only the center part is known as the domain. So
Okay.
only the name of the website is known as a domain. Then coming to .com, .in, .xyz, .gov, .edu, whatever the thing you are able to see at the end of the website is known as an extension. And what is an extension? Okay, these things are known as extensions. But what does .com define? What does .in define? Do you remember this part, Ravi? What is .com? When can I select .com? When can I select .in or .us?
Okay. 1 minute.
Yeah.
The .com is for the those who uses for entire internationally,
Yes.
and .in is in India,
Yes. Perfect.
and gov dot it is a government, this one,
Yeah, correct.
and EU is an educational.
Perfect. Perfect. That's enough. Now you got an idea regarding what exactly www is, what is a domain, and what is an extension. Now let us concentrate on most important part, that is hosting. Now, as I told you in yesterday's class, just assume the domain as a SIM card. That means only with SIM card I cannot contact someone. I also need some space where I need to insert that SIM card, that is a mobile phone, then only I can contact someone. Same like that, only with your name, only with this Ravi, you will not be able to create a website. You also need something called hosting. Now, what exactly is that particular hosting? Now, just remember, this is a very important concept. Always remember all the websites present in the complete world, irrespective of extension, .com websites, .in websites, .gov, websites as big as Amazon, websites as even tiny websites, very small websites, some thousands of crores of websites are present in an universal base. And that universal base is known as a server. Very, very important. So all our websites are present in a universal base called server. Server. Now, whenever you purchase a domain, now let's assume you're purchasing a domain called ravi.com. This is the domain which you want to purchase and you want to create a website with ravi.com. So what you will be doing, you will be going into any of the platform and
I'm
then you will
sorry, I'm sorry. Domain is only the name, no?
yes.
.com also will include.
No, .com is an extension, but whenever you are purchasing, you can't search only Ravi. You have to
Okay.
search .com, .in, whatever you want, according to that you have to search. I'll just show it to you, Ravi. So
Okay.
whenever, now let's assume you have purchased Ravi.com or Ravi.in or Ravi.uk. That is not enough, right? Because only with domain we cannot create a website. Now
Yes.
let's assume you have purchased Ravi.com. Your website is outside the server. Now, just few minutes ago, what did I tell? All the websites are present inside the server. That is what I told you. But the moment you have purchased a new website or a new domain, that domain will be present outside the server. Now, it is your responsibility to make sure your website is present inside the server. How will you do that? By purchasing this space inside the server. So now what you will be doing, you will be purchasing a domain called ravi.com. And ravi.com will directly, it will not be present inside the server. It will be present outside the server.
Okay.
And what you should do is you have to make sure your website will be inside the server. Then only whatever the content is there in your website, that content will be visible to your audience. If your website is not present inside the server, then nobody will be able to see any data. Whatever the data is in your website, they will not be able to see any data. For example, let's assume someone sitting in some corner of the world, they are searching for some shoes on Amazon. I have opened this Amazon website and sitting in Hyderabad, I'm searching for something called shoes. And the moment I search for shoes, there are n number of shoes you are able to see on this particular website. Now, who exactly is showing me these results, Ravi? According to you, I'm searching for shoes, and who is showing me these results on this particular website?
Server.
Exactly correct. Why? Can you tell me why?
Because these are the companies as they have purchased their website and placed their domain in the server.
Exactly correct. When all the websites are present inside the server, obviously Amazon also will be present inside the server. If Amazon is not present inside the server, then I will not be able to see any data which is there on Amazon. That is the reason your website should always be present inside the server. If your website is not present inside the server, you will not be able to create your website. You will not be able to design your website. Is
Okay.
that point clear? Why you should make sure that your website is present inside the server? Is it clear, Ravi?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now,
What, my understanding is any website, suppose I myself, uh, ABC company,
hmm,
if I wanted to create a website, one option is I have to create and ensure that it should be presence in the server.
yes,
Okay.
correct. That is only the correct answer. Whatever you have said is absolutely correct. First, purchase your domain with whichever extension you want, ravi.in, ravi.com. Then the
That also
next,
needs to be purchased. Huh?
yes, everything needs to be purchased. Yes. First,
Okay.
purchase your domain with a particular extension. Once that is done, you have to make sure your website is present inside the server so that you
Okay.
will be able to design your website, and whatever the content is there in your website, you will be able to see that content. If your website is present outside, then nothing will be visible to your user. It will be a complete blank website. All right. Now, in case you want your website to be present inside the server, it is not for free. You have to purchase this space. There are n number of websites, some lakhs of websites are there. So in that, your website also should be present inside the server. So you need to purchase that space inside the server. Now,
Okay.
to insert a SIM card, you require little bit space in your mobile phone. Then only you will be able to insert that SIM card in a space. Same like
Correct.
that, if you want your website to be present inside the server, you have to purchase that space inside the server. And that space in the server is only known as hosting. Is this clear, Ravi? The concept of hosting
Okay. Okay.
is inside the server. So always remember in like this, SIM card is like your domain and your mobile phone is like your hosting. Then you will not get that.
1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Is this clear, Ravi? The difference between domain and then hosting, what exactly is hosting? The space in the server is known as the hosting. Can you tell me what is a server then? Just now we have discussed what is a server.
Server is a space.
No. Server is a universal base where all our websites are present. All the websites present in the complete world are present inside the server. So it is a base where all the websites are present. Irrespective of the extension, it can be .in, .uk, .xyz, whatever it is. So base where all the websites are present. So we have learned about domain, extension, hosting, and then server. Now let us learn about HTTPS versus HTTP. Now just observe this URL over here. This is Amazon's website. Just concentrate on this particular part over here, the topmost left part. HTTPS is there. What exactly is this HTTPS? HTTPS is nothing but hypertext transfer protocol. That means just because of this, we are able to communicate over here. We are able to browse through all the things, whatever we browse through on the internet is just because of this HTTPS. Now, just concentrate. In this particular website, HTTPS is there. At the end, S is there. But whereas, I'll show you one more website. If you observe this particular website, okay, here also HTTPS. Just observe this particular website. Here it is telling not secure. Why here it is HTTPS, here it is logged, and here it is not secure? What is the difference? Whenever you are seeing HTTPS in the URL over here, whenever you are seeing HTTPS in the link, it stands for security. S stands for security, hypertext transfer protocol, and security. And wherever you are seeing not secure, or wherever you are only seeing HTTP, that means that website is a not secured website. So difference between HTTPS and HTTP is HTTPS is a secured one and HTTP is a not secured website. To be honest, if you are just using a website for practice, or you are starting your business, just you're in the initial stages of your business or something like that, even if your website is not secure, it will not affect much. But just assume your website is as big as Amazon and yours is a HTTP website, that means it is a not secure website, then it will be very easy for the hackers to hack your website and you will lose the complete data. That is the reason, always make sure your website is an HTTPS website, that is a secured website rather than not secured website. See, we know that even if it is not secure, it's not a very big issue. But someone, a normal person who visits your website, and if he sees this not secure, these people do not know, right? Okay, it does not affect much. So they might feel that it is a not secured, and normal person can think in a number of ways and they'll just move out of your website. That is the reason, always make sure you purchase a secure website rather than not secure website. So difference between HTTPS and HTTPS, it is just security. HTTP, you'll not have security, whereas for HTTPS, you will have security. Is this part clear, Ravi? HTTPS versus HTTP?
HTTPS. What is the full form HTTPS you told?
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Hypertext
Transfer Protocol. See, all those things are not required for us, but the only thing you need to remember is S. I'm just concentrating on S over here. S means security. Just remember this part called S stands for security. And if S is not there, that means that website is a not secure website. By looking at this, you have to understand that this website does not have S. It is just HTTP website. All right?
Yes, all right.
Yes. Now let us learn how to purchase this domain and hosting. See, you need to purchase domain and you also should purchase hosting. To purchase domain and hosting, we have few domain name providers. In India, GoDaddy, generally we go for GoDaddy or Bluehost. And if US audience, SiteGround is a really good platform for them. Someone who is staying in United States, they want to create a website, they can purchase a domain and hosting from SiteGround. Then there is something called Hostinger. Then there is domain.com. Like that, there are n number of platforms where you can purchase your domain and hosting from. But in India, I would recommend either go for GoDaddy or Bluehost whenever you are going to design your own website in future. As of now, I'll be giving you a domain, but generally in future, just try to go with GoDaddy or Bluehost. These people have very good signals, and also they have very good customer care. Whenever you have some doubt or something, just call to their customer care number and they will respond within few seconds. It's that good, their customer service. So you can just go with GoDaddy or Bluehost. Now,
To purchase the web domain, I
and
should
also
go
hosting,
hosting.
both you need to purchase. Nothing is for free, you need to purchase both. So now this is GoDaddy. one of the platform where we can purchase domains and also hosting. Let us go with domains first, Ravi. Now type the domain you want, they are asking. So first let's go with your name itself, ravi.com. I don't think it will be available, but just let's see. You have to search like this, your domain and also which extension you want. That also you have to keep it in mind. You have to type in which extension you want. No, you want ravi.in, then type it as ravi.in. Ravi.com, whichever you want, you just type your domain with extension. That is how you need to search. Then you will come to know whether that is available or it is taken by someone else. So now I want to search whether I can purchase a domain called ravi.in. So let's click on search domain. Now you can see over here ravi.in is taken. Obviously, it's such a famous name. So there might be someone else who is Ravi. That person has already taken ravi.in with .in extension. So there is no chance for you. You will not be able to purchase this domain with this extension. Yes, you can try some other extensions over here. Like you can try with ravi.com. Let's see if ravi.com is available or not. I don't think this will be also available. But if ravi.in is not available, then you can go for ravi.com. Then there is something called Ravi Bio. There are a number of things which you can purchase, but these things will not work. I mean, these kind of websites will not become famous. If you're taking ravi.zone, ravi.rocks, then nobody is going to remember your website. So please don't purchase these kind of websites. Always go with standard extensions like .com, .in, .co.in. These are the proper extensions. Yes, for practice purpose, you can just go with anything, but otherwise it is very difficult to scale these websites. It is very difficult. I mean, it gets very difficult for you in branding in case you are going with Ravi Rocks. Nobody will be remembering, right? If you're telling someone your website name is ravi.rocks, they might forget that. That is the reason. Always go with standard extensions. Now observe this part over here, Ravi. This is again an important concept. We have
One
searched
minute.
for ravi.in, but
One
ravi.in
minute.
was not available, right?
Ravi dot is not available.
Yes,
This class
ravi.in.
will be recorded and shared, no?
Yes,
Okay.
ravi.in is not available, right?
Yeah.
Now,
.com is available.
ravi.com is available. Do you think ravi.com is available?
Ravi.com
Hmm.
might be available. Might be able to alias it is available.
Okay. Domain already taken. That means this domain is also purchased by someone else. Same like ravi.in. There is some XYZ person who has also purchased ravi.com. But maybe that person is not using that particular domain called ravi.com. That is the reason you can see over here that we might still be able to help you get it. That means there will be a broker in the sense GoDaddy employee or GoDaddy customer care agent. That
Oh,
person will act as a broker between you and the original owner of ravi.com. Now let's
okay.
assume you have contacted GoDaddy people and you told them that you want to purchase the domain called ravi.com. Then that broker, what he will be doing is he will be contacting the original owner of ravi.com. Then
Oh,
he will initiate a deal between you and the original owner of ravi.com. Now this domain is already taken over here. That means it is under that particular person. So don't think 5,249 is the price of this particular domain. No, this domain is already purchased by someone else. So it is in his control. He can sell it for 10,000. He can sell it for 20,000. If he wants, he can also sell it for 1 lakh because that is his domain. So he has all the proper rights to sell at whichever price he wants to sell. This is just the broker service fee. In case you are purchasing the domain from the original owner of ravi.com, you have to pay how much he charges. Let's assume he is charging some 10,000. Then you have to pay that amount and additionally 20% you need to pay to the GoDaddy people. That is 5,249 rupees. Some 20% commission these guys will be taking because they are initiating a deal between you both. So this is just the broker service fee. That is the
okay.
reason I do not recommend to go for these kind of domains because these kind of domains will be extremely expensive, to be honest. Because
Premium. It is
yeah,
a
because it
premium one.
Yeah, because it is in his control, he can sell. And if someone wants, obviously they will increase their prices.
Correct.
So it's
Broker
better
can do
you go
this
for something.
anytime.
Correct. So it's better you go for something which is available rather than going for this. So Ravi.com is also, I mean, it's not available. So Ravi.in is also not available. So let's search for Ravi.co.in. Secondary extension in case you want to target Indians. So Ravi.co.in is also taken. Like that, you have to search with n number of extensions. First search with .in, then .co.in, then .com. If all these things are not available, then simply you have to add something to your name. So that is how you need to search for the domains. Then you have to purchase that particular domain. Now this is one of my students' name. Let's see if that is available. So it is also not available. So just look at this part over here, Ravi. Subani.com is available, but I think it is available for around 3 crores, right?
Okay.
Yeah, 3 crores of rupees. Why? Because it uses .com extension. .com is a global extension, right? .in is a local extension. .co.in is a local extension. But whereas .com is a global extension, universal extension. And make sure whenever you're purchasing domains, make sure your domain has less than 15 characters. Yes, there are a number of websites which has more than 15 characters, but make sure it has less than 15 characters. Because just observe all the very big brands, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, just observe their characters. They are hardly 4 to 5 characters. Why people purchase those kind of domains? So that everybody will be able to remember those names, right? If someone wants to book a cab, we will directly tell book Ola, book Uber. So that is how people should remember your brand. If you're trying to create a very big domain, if you're purchasing something which has 15 characters or 20 characters, nobody will be able to remember that particular name. So make sure your domain has less than 15 characters. So it is telling that it uses .com extension and it also has less than 15 characters. So that is one of the reasons this is little bit, it's not little bit, but it is overly priced. It is for 3 crores of rupees or something like that. And there is one more domain also, calligraphy.com. I think it is for some around 97 lakhs or something. Calligraphy.com. Calligraphy.com. It was in crores, but I think the value has been reduced recently. So as of now, it is for 60 lakhs 97,000 rupees. And you
What
can
is
see
this
on,
calligraphy?
yeah, calligraphy is nothing but handwriting, like fancy handwritings. People use ink pens and write, na? These kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the word calligraphy, it is a domain name. Sorry.
Calligraphy is, no, calligraphy is just a writing. It is a writing. So someone who is calligrapher, someone who is who knows this skill, they can purchase something called calligraphy, right? So
Ah,
calligraphy is a domain. So just randomly I have seen this domain. Nothing
okay.
deep meaning to it. So calligraphy.com, you can see someone who is calligrapher, someone who teaches this skill, they can purchase this domain, but it is overly priced. That is for 60 lakhs of rupees. And you can see over here, calligraphy.us was sold before. Why it is great, that is also they are telling us over here. That means someone from United States, they have already purchased a domain called calligraphy with an extension .us. So obviously, right, if someone is purchasing this extension, obviously this extension value also will increase because both have the same domain. So that is the reason calligraphy.com is also overly priced. Why it is great, you can see over here. And obviously it uses the .com extension. Out of all the extensions, the most powerful extension is .com extension. So calligraphy.com is available, but at 16 lakhs of rupees. Like that, you have to search one by one. One by one, you have to search for your domain with a particular extension, whichever you want. Then you have to add this domain to the cart. Now you can see Digital Zamana is available. So what I can do, I can just add this to the cart and again purchase this particular domain. This is how you need to search for the domains with whichever extensions you need, and you need to purchase that particular domain. Is this clear, Ravi, how to purchase a domain?
Yes, I got
Yes.
it.
Just add it to the cart and you have to do the payment. That's it. Now let
Okay.
us learn how to purchase hosting. Hosting is nothing but space in the server. Just with a domain and extension, nothing will happen. I should also make sure that my website should present inside the server. So for that, I need to purchase hosting. Just go into the hosting section over here. Then as I told you, we are going to design WordPress website. You can just click on WordPress hosting over here. In case someone wants to design HTML websites and WordPress websites, all these things, then they can go for these things also, web hosting and all. So just go for WordPress hosting over here, under hosting, WordPress hosting. And here there are n number of plans which are available for you. Basic plan, deluxe, ultimate, and e-commerce. So for basic plan, you can see over here, make sure
MO
whenever
is, what is that? MO/MO?
month, per
Oh,
month, per month, 239
okay.
rupees per month. So in the basic plan, you can see it is for 239 rupees per month.
Okay.
And it is some deluxe plan for 399 ultimate and all. But just look at the features over here, what you're getting in basic, what you're getting in deluxe and all. In basic, you will be getting hosting for one website. For one website, you can provide the hosting. Let's assume you are purchasing ravi.com. Then for ravi.com, you will be getting the hosting. Then how much space you will be getting? See, you are going to purchase space inside the server, right? So like same like our mobile phone space, we'll be having this 128 GB and all, right? So how much storage you will be getting, that also you can see over here. 20 GB is more than enough. It is more than enough. In case your website is in the initial stages, yours is a small scale business and all, then this thing will work very good for you. If yours is a little bit big website and more and more people are visiting your website, you're performing very good marketing, then you can go for deluxe or ultimate plans. Otherwise, in the initial stages, just go for basic itself. Then and you can see over here free SSL certificate. SSL is again a same thing, which is like your security. SSL in the sense secure socket layer. SSL in the sense secure socket layer. That means what they are telling is, in case you are purchasing this particular hosting, they will be providing you a secured website. If let's assume SSL certificate is not providing a particular hosting, then you will not get a secured website. So make sure whenever you are purchasing a website or whenever you're purchasing a hosting, make sure you look for this term called SSL certificate. That means you will be getting a secure website like Amazon and all, you will be getting a secure website. If SSL is not there, then you will not get a secure website. Then,
Okay. That means HTTPS is the secured. That is
yes,
called SSL.
yes, HTTPS.
Yes.
HTTPS, correct. Secure socket layer. Then free domain. Free domain, in the sense, now let's assume you want to purchase ravi.com. For that, there was some price, right? For digital Zamano, also some 149 or 500 rupees, whatever it is. Let's think it is for 200 rupees. You have to pay the 200 rupees. But in case you are purchasing hosting for 1 year, see, make sure whenever you are purchasing domain or hosting from GoDaddy, please be little bit more careful, because these people confuse you a lot. You are thinking that it is 239 per month, but when it is 239 per month, in case you are purchasing a hosting for 1 year, then only it will be 239 per month. Otherwise, it will be for 500 plus. Now, let's assume you are going to purchase hosting for only 1 month. Only for December, you want to purchase the hosting. Then it will be around 500 or 600 rupees. So please be very careful whenever you are purchasing the domains and hostings from any platform, not only GoDaddy, because these platforms confuse a lot. Whenever I speak to the customer care people of GoDaddy, I complain a lot regarding this. Why do you confuse the people? But they do this. Again, that is a business technique, so it's okay. So you can just look at this part over here. Free domain, they are only providing you a free domain when you are purchasing hosting for 1 year. Don't think if you are purchasing hosting for 1 month, you will be getting a domain for free. No. When you're purchasing hosting for 1 year, for complete 1 year, you have to do the payment at once only. Then only you will get a free domain. Otherwise, you have to purchase domain separately and hosting also separately. So again, let's assume you want this hosting. Just click on this buy button. And the moment you click on buy, it will be added to the cart. And once it is added to the cart, see, did I tell that I want to purchase this hosting for 1 year? No, but by default, they have made it as 1 year. And just look at this part over here, Ravi. That is what I was telling. In case you are purchasing hosting for 1 month, it will cost more than 500. That is what I told you. Only for December you want to purchase the hosting, then it is for 549 rupees. Now for 12 months you are purchasing the hosting at one go, then for 1 month it will be costing you around 239 rupees. So if the years are increasing, then the price is decreasing. Then they are going to give you professional email and all these things. Then just add this to the cart and you have to purchase the hosting. This is how you need to purchase domain and also hosting from GoDaddy. Is this clear how to purchase domain and hosting, Ravi? See, total it is costing around 2,868. And if you are purchasing,
This is 2,868 is for domain and for
hosting, both, because whenever you are purchasing a hosting for 1 year, you will be getting a free domain, right? I told you, free domain you will be getting. So let's assume, I'll just show it to you. So I'm going to purchase this thing for this hosting for 1 year. Then you can see over here, good news, you get a free domain with this order. So in case you want to purchase ravi.com, ravi.in, just search over here, then add it to the cart. Now I want to purchase something called, let's assume I want to purchase this domain. So I'm just searching for this domain with .in extension. Then what I will be doing, see, the original price of this domain is 699 rupees, but I'm getting it for free, right? That is what I'm telling you. In case you're purchasing a hosting for 1 year, then your domain, you will get it for free. But let's assume you're not purchasing hosting for 1 year and only for 1 month, you have to pay this 699 rupees and a hosting 500 plus rupees. Additionally, you have to pay. That will cost you around some 1100 or 1200. Is this clear, Ravi?
clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
They confuse a lot, right? GoDaddy people.
Okay. If I purchase domain, hosting will be the free.
No. If you purchase hosting, domain will be free.
Okay. If I purchase hosting, domain will be free. Okay.
And when it will be free, in case you purchase for
Purchase
one year.
1 year.
Yes.
Okay.
If you purchase for 1 month, now if I change it to 1 month over here, this will be disappearing from here. You need to pay 699 rupees additionally.
Okay.
See, 1 year required for free products. Changing your term to less than 12 months will remove your free products. That is what I'm telling you. Is it clear?
Clear.
That is how you need to purchase domain and hosting. GoDaddy is very, very smart. Sometimes what they do is by default, they will change to 36 months. And unless and until you are in the last step, you will not understand that you have selected 36 months or 48 months. So please be a little bit careful while you're purchasing domains and hostings from any of the platform. So that is how you need to purchase domain and hosting. Now coming to domain name techniques. See, the most important thing, which is more important than website designing, is naming your website. That is how people are going to remember your name. So whenever you are purchasing a domain, always make sure that is less than 15 characters. Less than 15 characters. I'm not telling you should not take 15 characters, but the thing is, if you take 15 characters, it will be very difficult for a normal audience to remember that particular name. So make sure it is less than 15 characters. Like Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato. Just observe these names. Hardly 5 to 6 characters, hardly 4 characters. Your domain should be like, I recommend if you go for 4 to 5 characters or 6 characters, that will be the best. But try to make sure it is less than 15 characters. And whenever you are naming your website, it need not tell about what exactly you're doing. Now, Ola is a cab provider, Uber is a cab provider, but what is the meaning of Ola? Ola means hello in Spanish. There is no link between hello and cab, right? But still they have named their company as Ola. And Swiggy, in the sense, it is a, I think Sugi, is it that term, it is in Kannada, I think. Suggi means harvesting. Is it right? Am I right?
Swiggy is in harvesting, yes.
Yes. So that is how Swiggy is named. So Swiggy is a Bangalore-based company. So that is how I think that guy is from Bangalore. So that is how he has named his company called Swiggy, because it is related to harvesting food and everything. Then
Oh,
Zomato is named from the rhyming word of tomato. So what I'm trying to convey over here is, don't think your domain should describe about your business. Yes, you can purchase those kind of domains, but in case you're not getting those kind of domains, still you can name anything which has less than 15 characters, and it should be easy to spell. Like 4 to 5 characters are generally easy to spell. So less than 15 characters is the first thing. Second thing is, obviously every time you will not be able to get these kind of domains. And you can see ravi.in was not available, .com was not available, .co.in was not available. Then what will you do in such cases? In such cases, what you can do is, you have to just add your profession. Like, let's assume you're a digital marketer, then just add digital ravi.in and search for your particular domain. If ravi.in is not available, then search digital ravi.in. Let's assume you're an interior designer, then interior ravi.in, something like that. Just add that keyword over here to your name, and whichever extension you want, just go with that particular extension. Then one more thing which is really famous, it's not that famous in India, but in Western countries and all this, it is little bit famous. It's like your profession. Like, let's assume you're again a digital marketer. So your profession plus an animal name. Like, you might have seen a number of times these kind of names like digital panda and all. So these kind of domains are also very famous. So in case you want to create this kind of domains, in case you want to purchase, you can also purchase this kind of things. Just add animal name. If you're an interior designer, then interior panda or something like that. Just add any of the animal name. Don't add all the animal names. Whichever is more suitable, just go with that, and you can just name your website. These kind of websites also will become very famous. People will be easily remembering these kind of things. Then one more thing is, use the abbreviations. Now let's assume yours is a very big website. Now one of my students' website is, I think, Discount Battery Store. Now Discount Battery Store, they have purchased this domain called Discount Battery Store. But what you can do is, whenever your website name is little bit big, when your brand name is little bit big, just try to take the first letters of every word, like DBS. So you can just take the first letters, you can just take the abbreviations, and you can also name your website in case yours is a very big name, like ABCD. Like, let's assume there is something called
he has kept as your student has kept again two extension, .com and .au.
yeah.
Why it is?
He did not get she did not get .au, so she purchased .com.au.
Okay,
Yeah.
that also possible, right?
Yes,
What
yes.
.com and .au
Yeah. They are
.au.
based in Australia, Ravi. She is from Australia. That is why
Ah,
she has
okay,
purchased.
for that reason .au.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she did not get .au, so she has gone with .com.au.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. So you can just take any of the abbreviations, then you can name your website. And the most important thing is over here, I'll tell you one small example. There was this student. He has named his website called some, I don't remember the correct name, but let's assume it is some ABC News. Generally, what is a news spelling, Ravi? NEWS, right? Generally, news spelling
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
NEWS. He, let's assume his website name is abcnews.in. Now, generally, what do we think? We think that ABC News in the sense, this is his website name. But what he did not get the correct spelling. That means it was already purchased by someone else. So instead of trying different name, he has purchased a domain called NEWZ. Now, how will I get to know that he has changed his spelling? If you are telling me your website name is ABC News, I will go with this spelling. I will search like this only. But what did he do? Instead of this spelling, he has gone with this spelling. So just because you are getting idea of some different spellings, don't try to change the spellings and name your website like that. It is your idea. Not everybody will get the same idea. Not everybody will be changing the spellings. So unnecessarily you will be losing your audience over here. So always go with the correct spellings. Yes, there are few websites which go with wrong spellings also, but for those kind of websites, you need some crores of rupees to do branding. If you have that much amount to do branding where you can spend that much, then okay, you can go with whichever spelling you want, where you will be creating an illusion among the audience that this is only the right spelling. But it is very difficult to do. That is the reason, just because you got the idea to change the spelling, do not do that. It will be very difficult for your audience and they will be getting confused. So now let's assume your friend asks, what is your website name? Obviously, you will tell ABC News and he will type this thing. He is not going to type this. And recently, in the last batch itself, my student told that he has his friend and he provides this loan, insurance services, and all these things. So he has named his website called Easy, easy.in, I guess. And he told me, ma'am, his website name is easy.in. So what did I type? Obviously, I will go with this spelling only because this is the correct spelling of easy. But his website name is EEESY. Now, how will I come to know that his website is EESY? I will not get that idea, right? Because I will be going with a general spelling. So unnecessarily, what it is happening is creating a confusion among your audience. So make sure you go with the correct spellings itself. Do not go with some wrong spellings. See, this is the website which I was talking about. EEESY. Now that's not the right spelling, but still they have created this website. So always go with the correct spellings. Do not confuse your audience. Right? Is this clear, Ravi?
Clear.
Until this, done. Now let us learn about how to lock up social media handles. Now let's assume you have created your website called digitalravi.in or .com, whatever it is. And then, okay, in the initial stages, maybe you will not concentrate much on social media. But once your website is set up and everything, you want to create a Facebook account, you want to create Instagram account, you want to be present on everywhere on social media. So what you will be doing, you will be creating an account on Instagram, you will be creating an account on Facebook. So like that, everywhere you will try to create an account. Now, let's assume someone has already created an account on Instagram called Digital Ravi. Will you also be able to create the same account called Digital Ravi? Yes.
No.
See, there are n number of Ravis in India, right? Lakhs of people name will be Ravi. So in Instagram also you can create with the same name, you will be able to create that account. Like, see now, there are n number of Ravis. So you can also create an account called Ravi with the same name. But the thing is, you will have something called username or user ID. Have you seen something like this on Instagram, on Facebook, and all? There is something called username. Have you
No.
observed Virat Kohli's account or Mahesh Babu's account? Anytime?
No,
Anytime? No.
not observed.
Okay. Just go to Instagram in case you have an account. Just observe. There are a number of Mahesh Babus, right? So many lakhs of people name is Mahesh Babu. So everybody
Yeah.
can create an account called Mahesh Babu, but they cannot go with the same username. Username is something which differentiates one person to another person on a social media platform. Now everybody is creating an account called Ravi, then how will Instagram understand who is Ravi? Instagram will not understand, or even a user will not be able to find you on Instagram. And how can a user find you? In lakhs of Ravis, how can user find your account? That is only possible with the help of username. So if you search for Mahesh Babu's account on Instagram, his username will be yours truly Mahesh. So you can add something. You can add numbers to your username. You can add uh, dot. You can add apostrophe. Whatever you would like to add, you can just add it. So nobody on the Instagram can have the same username as this particular person. Lakhs of people can have a same name called Ravi. Lakhs of people can have a same name called Mahesh Babu, but they cannot have the same username. Whichever username you have on your account, that username nobody else on Instagram can have. That is how we will be able to differentiate two people on social media platform. So whenever you're creating an account on the social media platforms, Instagram will ask you to type your name and whichever user ID you would like to create, they will ask you to just type that. And if that user ID is taken by someone else, you have to change your user ID. Now let's assume I also want to create a user ID called yours truly Mahesh. Instagram will not allow me to do that. Facebook also will not allow me to do that because it is already taken by someone else. So now what I need to do, I need to change my username. I need to add some 1 or 2 or some dollar symbol or hash symbol, something I need to add so that it will be different from this particular person's username. Is this clear, Ravi? The concept of username?
Okay, I got it clear.
Yeah. N number of people can have the same name, but no two people can have the same username. So whenever you are trying to create an account on any of the social media platform, it will ask to create a username for yourself. And let's assume Digital Ravi username is already taken by someone else. That means someone has already created an account on Instagram called Digital Ravi with the same username called Digital Ravi. Then you will not be able to do that. Then again, what you have to do, you have to add something like official Digital Ravi or something like that. Then again, you have to check. If it is available, then it is okay. If it is not available, then again, you have to change the username. Like that, you have to go on change the username until you find one. Then your Instagram account will be created. Don't you think it is a little bit wasting your time? Is it wasting your time or not? If that is not available, then one more username. Then again you have to change. Again you have to change. It is wasting your time over here. Instead of that, there is a tool called Name Checker. Instead of going into these social media platforms and seeing whether your username or name is available or not, just go to a platform called Name Checker. Just observe their spelling, Ravi. This is not the correct spelling of checker. Here E is missing. But again, as I told you, lots of branding is required for these kind of domains. So in case you want to take such risk, you can go with those domains, but I do not recommend. Always go for correct spelling itself. Not directly type
Sorry,
it over here.
I'm sorry, coming in. The name checker, Checker, E is
Yes,
missing.
yes, E is missing. E
Okay,
is
for
missing.
this, what is that they have done? They've invested on the branding.
Yes, yes, obviously. You have to create an illusion, right? You have to create an illusion that okay, this is only the correct spelling. Then only more and more people will be visiting your website. Otherwise, nobody will. Obviously, people are going to type the correct spelling, right? That is the reason. Uh, you have to work little bit harder in case you're going with this kind of domains. And see, now I told you a small example over here, right? He told me his website name, it is easy. Then I typed ESY. No matter how much branding you are doing, no matter how many crores you are spending, if you're telling your website name to a normal person, that normal person is not going to type the wrong spelling. He's still going to type the right spelling itself. So to your audience, it is very difficult to reach your website. That is the main reason I asked you not to go for wrong spellings, rather than that go to a correct spelling itself. Is it clear, Ravi?
Clear, clear.
Yes. Now there is a tool called Name Checker. Here, instead of going to Facebook and seeing whether that particular name is available or not, instead of going to Twitter and seeing whether that particular name is available or not, directly type your brand name over here. Like let's assume you want to create a Facebook account called Digital Ravi. Then search. Directly click on search. Then you will be able to see whether .com is available, whether on Twitter you are able to create this an account with this particular name, whether on Reddit, whether .org is available, that is for organization. So all these things you will be able to see it over here. Then if it is available on Facebook, as of now it is not available. So you have to change the name over here. If it is available on Facebook, directly I'll go to Facebook and I'll create an account called Digital Ravi on Facebook. So here what I'm doing, I'm not wasting the time. I'm first checking whether this name is available or not. If it is available, what I will be doing, I will directly go on to that particular platform and I'll create that particular account over there. So this is helpful, right? Instead of going there and checking, changing the names n number of times and checking, directly check it over here itself. You will come to know on n number of social media platforms whether it is available or not. Then go over there and create an account. So locking up social media handles is nothing but creating an account on a particular social media platform so that no other person will be able to create the account with the same username. That is the meaning of locking up your social media handles. Is this clear, Ravi?
Okay. Locking in the social media is that is we should go proper name,
Yes. And create
double
an
check.
account so that no other person will be able to create a same account as yours. Now, no other person can go with the same user ID as yours. No other person can create a account on Instagram with a user ID called yours truly Mahesh, because that is already taken by someone else. See, in case you have your Instagram account, you can also see on your Instagram account. Just open your Instagram account and there's some user ID will be there. No other person in the world can have the same username as yours.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So that is about how to lock up social media handles. Locking up in a sense, just creating an account so that no other person will be able to create. Now, how to identify, we are going to design a WordPress website, right? Then how to identify whether a website is a WordPress website or not? To identify whether your website is a WordPress website or not, there is a tool called WP Theme Detector. Now, let's assume you like someone's website, he's your competitor, and you also want to create a little bit same website like the other person. Then what you have to do? You have to go into this tool called WP Theme Detector. Just go to this tool called WP Theme Detector. And here, just paste the website URL over here. Now, let's assume you want to check whether it is a WordPress website or not. Take the complete link of this particular website and paste it over here and click on this WPTD, in the sense WordPress theme detector. If this particular website is a WordPress website, then you will be able to see the themes which they are using in the website, the advanced options which you are using, which these guys are using in the website, everything related to the website. You will be able to see the data. So the same things you can also apply on your website, and the similar website you guys can create. So that is how you can differentiate whether a website is a WordPress website or not. It will take around 1 or 2 minutes of time. Then if the theme is available, some XYZ theme, there is a theme called Astra, there is a theme called Blocksy, there is some thousands of themes are there in WordPress. If you are able to see any theme, then that means it is a WordPress website. So you can see that they have used a battery store theme over here. Obviously that website, they are selling batteries worldwide. So you can see they have used some theme called battery store over here. And you can also see what all, see, plugins is a very important topic which we'll be learning later. So what all plugins they are using. As of now, you can think like what all advanced options they are using in the website. So you will be getting an idea of what exactly are the options they are using in their particular website. So when I'm able to see the theme, then I should understand that it is a WordPress website. Now, if it is not a WordPress website, it will clearly tell you that it is not a WordPress website. So now I'm taking this Amazon website URL. Just take the URL and come back over here and paste it. If Amazon also uses WordPress, then you will also able to see the theme. If they do not use WordPress and if it is some other thing, then you will clearly see in red lines that it is not a WordPress website. So that is how you have to identify whether a website is a WordPress website or some other website. So you can see over here, Amazon does not seem to be using WordPress. So it's not a WordPress website. This is how you need to identify whether it is a WordPress or some other.
What is the uses for this? What are the use benefits for this
WP theme detector. The
yeah,
benefit is, now let's assume,
visible and not visible?
no, it's not about visibility. Now let's assume you're into digital marketing and you
Oh,
have seen a beautiful digital marketing website and you also want to create a similar website like that person, like their website only you also want to create, and you also want to know what kind of themes they are using in their website, what options they are using their website. See, we got to know they are using slider. Now the previous website we got to know they are using slider and all. So like that you will get to know n number of options which they are using in their website. And whenever you are creating your own website, you can also implement those options in your website, right? So it is giving, like, it's benefiting you. Whatever options they are using, you can also use the same options in your website. And you can also create a beautiful website as well. So this tool is just to detect whether a website is a WordPress website or not. Nothing much. It is a theme detector. It will tell you whether that website is a WordPress website or not, or what all themes they are using, what all options they are using. Those options you guys will be able to see. Other than this, there is no such great use of this particular tool. Just to identify. Just to identify, we will be using this tool in case you like someone's website and all. See, I can see that they have used this slider and they have used this option called WooCommerce that is related to products and all. Then they have used this contact form plugin. Then they have used this Elementor. All these things you'll be learning later in the further classes. So I'm getting to know what advanced options they have used in their particular website. So in case I also want to create an same website like them or somewhat similar, then I can just go through these things and I can also use these things and I can also implement the same thing on my website. So WPTD is just to identify whether a website is a WordPress or not. That's it. No great use of this particular website.
Okay, my still more need clarity on this WPT. It is a added benefit or it is just an future?
No, 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 no.
This is mandated WPTD.
No, it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. See, it's just a tool. It's just a tool. It's like, let's assume you have seen some random website on Google. Like I'm searching for some digital marketing training in Hyderabad. Then there are n number of websites. Randomly, you are browsing some people's website over here. Then you clicked on their website. And let's assume you liked their website. Just random thing, you like their website and you want to know whether it is a WordPress website or not. As you are going to be a WordPress website designer, you feel like knowing, right, whether it is a WordPress website or not, just for curiosity. Other than that tool does not have any great meaning. Just for curiosity, in case you want to know what kind of website is this, you have to just take this URL and paste it over there. Then you will come to know whether it is a WordPress website or not. That's it. Other than that, there is no such great meaning to it. It is just to identify whether it is a WordPress website or not. That's it.
Okay, it is kind of a ranking type.
No, it's not ranking, Ravi. It's not ranking. It's like random thing. You have seen someone's website and you want to know whether it is a WordPress website or not.
Okay, okay.
You have seen my website, and let's assume you are a WordPress website designer and you have seen a very beautiful website on the internet. You have seen a very beautiful website and you are curious to know whether that is a WordPress website or not. Then in such cases, you can just use this tool and paste their website URL. Then you will come to know whether that website is a WordPress website or not. This is just for curiosity, Ravi. Other than that, there is no such great use to that. Just curiosity. You want to know whether it is WordPress or not. That's it. There is no such, you can't do anything over here. You can just see the theme which they are using. That's it. Other than that, there is no such great use of WPTD. You are just identifying the website. Is this clear?
Identification of website.
Yes.
Okay. Clear.
In the future, maybe you will be seeing n number of websites of your competitors and all. And you might feel like knowing, right, what theme they are using, what plugins they are using. Is it a WordPress website or not? So in such cases, in case you want to know about your competitor's website and all, then this will help you. That's it. Just for curiosity. Is it clear? WPTD?
Clear.
Clear. Okay, done. So we have learned about WPTD also, right? Now let us learn about subdomain. What is a domain, Ravi?
What is
Domain.
Ravi? Digital Ravi.
What is the meaning of domain?
The name, user identification of name.
Exactly correct. Domain is nothing but name of the website. Then what is a subdomain? Subdomain is nothing but, see, now what did I tell you? I told you that I'll be giving you a free website to practice for this 2 months, I told you. Now, over here, what I will be doing is, I will not purchase a new domain from GoDaddy or Bluehost. I will not purchase a new domain called ravi.com or ravi.in. Instead, I will be creating a subdomain from my main domain. Now let's assume my main domain is karnooltaxi.com. All right, my main domain is karnooltaxi.com. This is the domain which I have purchased from Bluehost or GoDaddy. Then with this domain, in case I'm going for some 1 year hostings and all, or in case I'm going with very good hostings, then I will be able to create a subdomain also. So with the help of this domain, I will be able to create n number of subdomains like ravi.karnooltaxi, like ravi.karnooltaxi or vaishnavi.karnooltaxi. Like that, I will be able to create a subdomain. That means subdomain is part of the main domain. What is my main domain? My main domain is karnooltaxi.com. And what is my subdomain? My subdomain will be ravi.karnooltaxi.com. What is the use of creating subdomains? The usage of creating subdomains is, now I want to distribute subdomains to my students for practice. I can't go to GoDaddy and Bluehost and spend thousand rupees for every student of mine, right? So what I will be doing is I will be creating a subdomains like this. I'll be going to the Bluehost platform or GoDaddy platform wherever I have purchased my main domain. See, I have purchased my main domain from Bluehost. Karnooltaxi.com is purchased from Bluehost. And hosting also we have taken from Bluehost. That is the main domain. That is the main domain which I have purchased from Bluehost. Now, with the help of this main domain, I will be creating n number of subdomains for free and I will be distributing to my students. And this hosting will cost little bit higher. It is not like your normal hosting. It will cost little bit higher because you are getting free subdomains and all. So instead of purchasing one domain from GoDaddy and distributing to my student, I will directly create one subdomain and give it to them. So how is this subdomain benefiting to me? Instead of purchasing, I'll be creating one. See, Karnool Taxi is our main domain, right? But whereas over here, some aditi.karnooltaxi.com, asanji.karnooltaxi.com, these are the subdomains with every student's name I have created and I have distributed to my students for practice purpose. So that is how you can create subdomains also. You can now, let's assume yours is a digital marketing business or interior designing business. Create a main website called interiorravi.com. And you can also create a subdomain called some material.interiorravi.com where you're talking about all the different textures or what are the courses you're providing in digital marketing. Regarding those, you can write beautiful blogs. So you can also create domain, and with the help of domain, you can also create the subdomains. And the major benefit of subdomains is if the traffic of your main subdomain is increasing. Now let's assume n number of people are visiting. Now this is one of my students' website, jigisha.karnooltaxi.com. This is a subdomain, which is a part of my main domain called Karnool Taxi. If people are visiting this website, automatically the traffic of my main website also will increase. If people are visiting this subdomain, automatically my main traffic also will be increasing. So that is how subdomains will help you to increase the traffic of your website. Just create a number of subdomains and add content to your subdomains, write beautiful blogs or anything. Then if people are visiting those websites, your main website traffic also will be increasing. So like that, you can use subdomain. Or because I'm a marketing trainer and all, for me, it will be useful to distribute the subdomains to my student. That is why we create a subdomain. So subdomain is also a domain, but it is a part of the main domain. It is not a separate domain. It is a part of my main domain. Is this clear, Ravi? Difference between domain and subdomain?
Yes, clear.
Clear. Now, I want to create a subdomain and give it for you so that you will be practicing. As of now, today's class was theory, but from Monday it will be practical, right? So you need to practice. So I'm going to create a subdomain now and I'm going to give it for you. How to create a subdomain, let's learn. Now I have logged into my GoDaddy account. And once you have logged into your GoDaddy account, go to the My Product section. In My Product section, you can see your main domain and you can also see the hosting which you have taken. See, my main domain is digitalforum.in. And you can also click on hosting over here. I have purchased web hosting. So you can just click on web hosting over here. This is the hosting which I have taken. So this is my main domain and this is the hosting which I have taken. Now I'm going to create a subdomain called ravi.digitalforum.in. What is our main domain? Our main domain is digitalforum.in. Now I'm going to create a subdomain called ravi.digitalforum.in. This is the subdomain which I'm going to create and giving it for you. So to create this, what you need to do is just click on hosting over here, whichever hosting you have taken, and then click on manage over here, hosting and then manage. And the moment you have clicked on hosting and manage, just observe the process, Ravi.
Yeah.
I have clicked on hosting, then manage over there. Then there is something called cPanel over here. This is the place where we will be creating a subdomain and we will be installing WordPress. That means we will link it to our hosting. So cPanel is a very important term. This is where we will be linking our hosting to our domain. And also this is a place where we will be creating our subdomains. So just click on cPanel over here. The moment you click on cPanel, this is how your cPanel appears. In Bluehost also you will have cPanel. In GoDaddy you will have cPanel. In every platform you will have this cPanel. Now what I want to create, Ravi? What do I want to create? Why did I open cPanel? To create domain or to create subdomain?
Subdomain.
Perfect. So do not click on domain. Domain is already purchased. Digitalforum.in is already purchased. It is already created. Don't click on domain. You have to click on subdomains over here. Under domains, there is something called subdomains. So here you have to click on subdomain and type your subdomain name. I want to create a subdomain called ravi.digitalforum.in. What is my subdomain? My subdomain is Ravi. And Ravi is part of my main domain called digitalforum.in. Don't type digitalforum.in over here. My main domain is already created. That is why we are creating subdomain, right? So here, whatever the name, with whichever name you want to create your subdomain, only that name you have to note down over here. So it will become like ravi.digitalforum.in. So just click on subdomain over here. Again, just click on subdomain over here. And after that, you have to type your subdomain name. And my subdomain name is going to be Ravi. So it is going to become ravi.digitalforum.in. So here I have created a subdomain called key.digitalforum.in. This is how it is going to appear, Ravi. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Then click on create button. Done. So you can see that ravi.digitalforum.in has been created. Is hosting linked to this subdomain, Ravi? Or did we only create a subdomain?
No, through main domain, I went through subdomain.
Correct.
cPanel.
Now I need to install WordPress to this, right? I need to link my hosting also to this subdomain, right? So for
Yes.
that, what we need to do is again go back to cPanel. First go to subdomains, create your subdomain. Then after that, you have to scroll down over here and there is something called software. See, because you are saying this for the first time, obviously you will not remember everything. Just go through the video, Ravi. Just go through the video. Then once you practice a number of times, you will be aware of all these terms and conditions. All right.
I think if you can share me the videos.
Yes, I will be doing that. I will be uploading the videos. Don't worry.
Okay, done.
Yeah. So did you learn how to create a subdomain? Was it easy?
Yes.
Yes. Now we will learn how to install WordPress for this subdomain. That means how to link our hosting to this particular subdomain. Now over here, if you can see over here, there is a term called software. Under software, there is some install applications. You have to click on this install applications. Then once you install applications, see for our main domain, already we have installed WordPress. My main domain is Digital Forum. Don't do anything over here. Just go to the applications browser. Then you will see n number of applications which are available. Don't go to any of these things because we are just going to create a WordPress website. So search for WordPress only. Do not click on something else over here. Just search for WordPress. Then I have clicked on WordPress. Now, what did I tell you? I want to install WordPress, right? I want to create a WordPress website. I want to create a website without any coding. So I have clicked on WordPress over here. Again, let me repeat the step for you. We have created the subdomain. Then after creating the subdomain, I have scrolled down. Then I have clicked on applications over here. Then I have clicked on applications browser so that WordPress will be available to me. So I'm clicking on WordPress over here. Then the moment I have clicked on WordPress, you need to click on install this application, because for your subdomain, you want to install WordPress so that you will be able to create a website. So just click on install this application. Then the most important part, very, very, very important. Are we going to install WordPress for main domain, or are we going to install WordPress for subdomain?
Suffered. Already main domain it is there.
Yes,
Now it is for
absolutely
subdomain.
correct. So please change the domain over here. It is main domains, right? It is digitalforum.in. It is your responsibility to click on the drop down and change it to ravi.digitalforum.in. Please remember this part. If you forget this, then it will be very difficult for you to create a subdomain and install WordPress. Do not forget this step. Please do not forget this step. It is very, very important to click on the drop down, because there is no point in installing the WordPress for which WordPress is already installed. For whichever subdomain WordPress is not installed, I have to select that and I have to paste it over there. So please remember this point over here, Ravi. So I have selected your name over here. I have selected my subdomain. Is this clear, Ravi? This is very,
Yeah.
very important. Don't install the WordPress for which WordPress is already installed. So for your website, WordPress is not installed. So I have selected your subdomain. Then scroll down. Obviously, we can't remember this username and this password, right? Can you remember this username and password whenever you want to create a web? You want to log into the website? Not. So you have
No.
to change the username and password over here. I'm just keeping it simple. Is it fine, Ravi?
Clear.
Yeah. So just change your usernames and password. By default, you will get some username and password. You have to just change it. That's it. And click on install button. This is how you need to create a subdomain. And once you have created your subdomain, you have to install the WordPress. Same thing for main domain also, Ravi. Same thing goes for main domain also. Once you have purchased your main domain, go to your hosting, then click on manage, cPanel, then do not create subdomain. Just directly go to the applications, then install WordPress and create your username, whichever username you would like to give and whichever password you would like to give. Just give that username and password. And then your WordPress will be installed for that particular domain. Now you can see our WordPress is installed over here. That's it. This is how you need to create a subdomain and install WordPress. This will take few minutes of time. As of now, you can see it is not reached, but after few minutes, maybe after 1 hour or 90 minutes, sometimes it will take 5 to 10 minutes also, but most of the times it will take 1 hour also. Then your website will be activated. Then you can just log into the website and everything. This is how you need to create a subdomain and also install WordPress for that particular subdomain. Is this part clear? Don't worry about this, Ravi. After a few minutes, it will be activated. All right.
No problem.
Yes. After a few minutes, it will be activated. Just remember your credentials, and from Monday, you can just log into that particular website. That's it. So we have completed the theory part, very important. Abbreviations like domain, hosting, extension, and HTTP versus HTTPS. It is HTTPS in the sense security, and this is not secure. How to purchase domain and hosting, I have shown it with the help of GoDaddy. Then domain name providers, GoDaddy, Bluehost, and everything. Domain name techniques, always remember less than 15 characters. Then how to look up social media handles. We have used a tool called Name Checker. Then we have seen whether that particular name is available on Facebook and all. Then how to identify a WordPress website? It is just out of curiosity in case you liked any website and you want to know whether that website is a WordPress or not. Then go to WPTD, paste the website URL over there. Then you will get to know whether it is WordPress or not. Other than that, there is no such great use of WPTD. Just for knowledge purpose, you want to know, then you can just use it. Then domain in the sense, only this part, the name of the website is known as a domain. The complete thing is a website. www is a company which manages all our website. .com, .in, .uk, all these things are extensions. Then what is a hosting? Hosting is nothing but space inside the server. If my website is not present inside the server, I will not be able to create a website. And whatever the data is there in my website, that data will not be visible to my users. So make sure your website is always present inside the server. That is the hosting. And what exactly is server? Server is nothing but universal base where all our websites are present. Is this clear, Ravi? Today's class, any doubts in today's class? Just go through everything and just let me know if you have any doubts.